What's up, guys? It's McNulty here. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are all doing well. And it is the first birthday celebration for Watcher of Realms. We are coming into our first weekend of the birthday celebration. You can see we've got some massive blimp in the middle of the camp, and we've got some fireworks going off in the background. So things are popping off. And what I've been waiting for the most is this brand new hero fusion. It's a permanent hero fusion for this lovely lady Myca. So that means that you are definitely going to be able to get this hero in the game. And she is a beauty. She's a beast and she looks amazing. And I believe that she is amazing. I've seen some testing for her. She is just staunch. Now, Abomination has been in the game for ages, and I do obviously recommend that you fuse Abomination. What is a hero fusion? Just first of all, it's basically where you take a few 4-star heroes, you level them up to a certain level, you mush them all together, combine them, and then out pops a free legendary hero. And it isn't too difficult. I mean, if you look at the epic heroes that you need to fuse, this one here is quite a common one that you just get. I mean, she's pretty damn common, honestly. I thought I didn't have her, but Tazira, she's one of the first sort of marksmen that you get in the game. The hero next to her, Dallin, she's a good hero, cost generator, so I would recommend keeping a copy of her. But there is another hero that you can use for cost generation. So if you do only have one copy of Dallin, I forget the name of the hero that you can use for cost generation, but she's also, she looks like a sort of ninja. Oh, there she is. So she's also pretty good for cost generation. What's her name? Cyrene. So you can kind of use her in a pinch. So don't think too hard. I mean, the main goal is that you get your hands on the legendary hero. That's what it's all about. You've got Defender there. I think it's Avalon is her name. And then you've got Imani, who's, all of these heroes are pretty easily available. You can see I've got all of them, but it says they're all unqualified to fuse. So that just means I need to level them up a little bit more. And you don't need to 6-star these heroes, so you don't need to spend your most precious items on them. Trust me, I will have this done before the end of probably today, if not tomorrow. She will be fused and she will be in my roster. So let's take a closer look at Myca. It says, born from fire, this jungle guardian's blazing eyes burn with the ferocity of vengeance. She'll unleash the blazing plume to incinerate all her enemies. I believe it. I believe it. I mean, you look amazing. So she triggers, her talent, it says, triggers Blazing Plume for every 4 basic attacks. When Blazing Plume hits an enemy inflicted with burning, there's a 50% chance to trigger Conflagration. So she's all about big, long-winded words. Let's break that down real quick. So Blazing Plume deals 50% magic damage 3 times, and it inflicts burning for 5 seconds. So when the Blazing Plume is triggered, obviously the target's going to be inflicted with burning. What is burning? Burning deals 20% continuous magic damage per second. Burning effects from different sources can coexist. So burning deals magic damage, and it can stack on top of itself. Now, if the enemy is inflicted with burning, she has a 50% chance to trigger Conflagration when one of these blazing plumes goes off. And this Conflagration effect is pretty humongous. So she deals 300% magic damage. Each burning inflicted on the target increases Conflagration's damage by 10% up to 70%. So that is a huge, huge talent for her. And that's really what makes Myca super duper strong against the guild boss. Now, she does have some other things which are really, really good. Her cost is only 12. So that means she's a very cheap unit to play and to place. She doesn't have the best range. So she has that sort of normal 4x3 4x3 attack range. So she's a normal sort of single target marksman range. Now, In terms of what she's doing, let's have a look at her basic. So basic attack is a magic damage of 100% magic damage to one enemy. Why do I keep mentioning that? Because she is a marksman and she's dealing magic damage. That's not very common. A lot of marksmen are dealing piercing damage or normal damage. So yeah, it's pretty decent. 100% magic damage to one enemy, pretty straightforward basic attack. Now her blazing plumage, which is the ultimate, and you can see it in this little video over here, when activated, ignores 40% of the enemy's defense. The number of basic attacks required for triggering blazing plume reduces by 2. This effect lasts for 25 seconds. So when you trigger her ultimate, everything that she does is based off of her basic attack, and normally it takes 4 attacks to trigger a blazing plume. So with this hero, in terms of leveling, I know that, or upgrading her in gear and things like that, I would recommend putting some attack speed on this hero, because you're going to want to get that attack interval down as low as possible, because the more she triggers off her basic attack, the more chances you're going to get at the blazing plume. The more blazing plumes, the more chances you're going to get the conflagration. And she is just going to be doing some super massive damage. And that is what this hero is all about. Now, at her skill ups, you get a penetration increase of 5%. So that's basically ignoring even more defense. Another penetration increase of 5%. The effect duration lasts an extra 5 seconds at level 4, and at level 5 it reduces the skill cost by 100. So you really do want to be leveling up these skills. I know that sounds like something that you think would sort of go without saying, but I was struggling hard to pass a lot of the gear raid stages, the latter stages, and it wasn't until I made sure that I had all of my skills maxed on my heroes. It doesn't really matter your gear. I mean, you could write a whole encyclopedia on the way gear works in this game, but leveling up skills is almost as important, and it's a lot easier to do. So just make sure you max out the skills of your heroes, basically, is all I'm saying. Now let's look at her passives. So every time blazing plumes triggered, increases critical damage by 7%, stacking up to 5 times. During the ultimate, the critical damage is doubled, and all attacks are removed after the ultimate ends. So again, like I said, just humongous damage, massive critical hits against the guild boss. She's insanely good. And then this last bit here, her secondary passive sharp quill deals 40% increased damage to enemies with shields. So good, because when the guild boss puts up its shield, you just go insane. That shield will melt away within a few seconds, because she deals 40% increased damage, and all of the things that she's got in her kit are geared towards dealing massive damage. So she is a fantastic hero. She is going to be best used against the guild boss, but she also has her uses, her niches in other areas of the game. So what am I saying today? I'm saying I do highly recommend Myca. I think that she's an insane hero, and I'm going to enjoy testing her over the coming weeks and months. Also, big news, I've been approved as a official content creator or partner with Watcher of Realms. So that is awesome, and I will be looking forward to putting out some amazing content on this game in the future. So obviously do stay tuned for more. Her awakenings, just before we go, when attacking enemies with shield, increases attack speed by 150 for 5 seconds. What was I saying about the attack speed, man? This hero is a hero that you want to get that attack interval down as low as possible. So I can't really show you what that looks like here, because I don't have gearing. I don't have her yet. But let me just show you. Let's just go in here. So when you look at, let's just go to a hero. So let's take Hatzert, for example. If we look at her gear, click that little exclamation mark in the top right hand corner, and then you scroll down and you see the attack interval. 2.0 second attack interval. So that's how often it takes to trigger her basic attack. The attack speed just below it increases or decreases the attack interval, I should say. So she's got an extra 133 attack speed from her gear. So that means that in total her attack interval is now down to 1.4 seconds. See what I mean about the gear in this game? You could go insane with maths for days, but that's not what we're going to do. All I'm saying is that awakening is going to give you an extra 150 attack speed when attacking enemies with a shield, and that's just going to make everything work that much better for this hero. So again, focused more towards guild boss. Awaken 2, attack of 300, actually just an add-on of 300 attack. Awaken 3, conflagration guarantees a crit hit. This is more going to be for us, well, I'd say myself, probably no more of like a mid-game player. If you do get to the end game, you are probably going to have crit capped your heroes anyway, because you've got such insane gear. So in that case, this awakening is not going to mean anything, and you're going to need 3 of her to get that awakening. So I'd say the awaken 1 is pretty awesome. I mean, realistically, you're probably not going to get to these kind of awakenings. Awaken 4 is penetration increase of 5%. And then Awaken 5, during the ultimate, the trigger chance of conflagration increases to 100%. So that is really, really good. But again, you're going to need to have 5 copies of this hero to get to that awakening. And I think that that's very unlikely. So Awaken 1, definitely worth it. The rest of them, I mean, they're just kind of carrots to hang in front of you. But that is enough said on Myca. I'm very excited to get... I didn't actually think that I had all the materials I needed to fuse this hero, but it looks like I do. I've at least got one of each hero. So hopefully by the next day or 2, I will have Myca up and running. And maybe I'll put out a video on her once I get a chance to test her against the guild boss. But yeah, that being said, please do let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on Myca. Drop us a like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll look forward to seeing you all again in the next video. Bye for now.